in a row now.
Okay, welcome everybody to the stream. I am CJ Livecast. We have DK Gamecast here with us as well. We're gonna start off with the best players left into the competition. We have Grammy Boy and we have Xerox Beast. We'll show you guys them in just a second, but I want to welcome DK into this casting booth. Welcome DK to the stream.
Hey man, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, doing a little bit of a, well, what can we call it? I feel like a little bit of one of those hand puppets today, you know? I'm standing there perfectly still.
Yeah, your mouth is not moving. That's very weird.
I'm a ventriloquist, dude. That's how good I am.
All right, well, you got the skill of a caster and the skill of a ventriloquist, and I have a hard time saying ventriloquist for some reason. I don't know if anyone falls in the same category as that. But we're going to head right into talking to these two great players. Actually, first, this is what I'm going to do. First, we're going to talk to you guys about the groups today. Number one, right? As I said before, we got Xerox Beast in here. We have Kip Slim, but right now he's going by the name of Grammy Boy in the room, so you can put those two guys together and they make one. Next, we're gonna have Peller and Virus, and then after that, match 77 versus Sensei. We've seen a few of these players compete already. Obviously, we'll start on the top with Xerox Beast. DK, what is something that you like a lot about Xerox, maybe that you've seen in the previous matches from yesterday, or 2 days ago, was it?
Well, I can tell you what I'm hoping to see today is I'm hoping to see aggressive play across the board, you know, especially coming into our maps once again. You know, we are going to be rocking it out with, you know, assault rifles, sniper and SMG once again. So I want to see some SMG action come through as well. But yeah, I want to see that aggression. I want to see that, you know, that restlessness kind of coming in as well.
And I think we're gonna see that for sure. Xerox, very much known here when it comes to us watching, because he's made it to the very farthest that you can pretty much make it to these big events. Grammy Boy's a bit new to us, and we'll hopefully get a sense of who he is right now. Let's go and talk to this gang. Xerox Beast and Grammy Boy, can you guys hear me? Either one of you. Possibility, because we might not have the mic situated yet for them, but we will try to talk to them going forward after this match. But yeah, right now the whole idea with them is that they're getting ready for the competition. I'll show you guys the map as this will be super important. We got ARs to start at shipment with round 1. We'll move on to sniper rifles at Kill House in round number 2. And if you still don't have a winner, we'll go on to the submachine guns, as DK mentioned, at shipment. All right, so whenever we are ready, Xerox is still getting ready. In particular, once he gets that green light, we will begin. But let's go through some of the rules as we wait here. First off, with the banned tacticals, no EMP, no cryo bomb, no heartbeat sensor, no gas grenade, storm ball, legendary flashbang grenade, flash drones, and trophy systems. Cannot use any of these items. Moving on the rules here. DK, what do we have for lethals?
Well, for the banned lethals, we've got no trip mines, no thermite, no Molotov cocktails, and then of course for the banned snipers for our second round, we've got the Raytech AMR as well as the NA-54, and also no marksman. So it is going to be interesting to see what their weapon choice will be.
And then we have our final set of rules, more generally known. No emulators or controllers, operator skill, perks are not allowed, no score streaks, and no secondary weapons. So as you're competing, for those who are, of those few remaining players that are competing, these are the things you cannot use. And we've already gone through a lot of matches with all these players, so they should know by now exactly these rule sets. Let me show you guys the exact number of players we've got left. This is super important because we're trying to figure out who are going to be the top 4 that will make it to the grand finals. And we've only got 16 people left, and we have Group A, B, C, and D. As we said before, Xerox Beast is going to start us off against Kip Slim, aka Grammy Boy. You can see the matchups that we're going to have, that they are going to have today as we continue to break this down. So far, we have today's matches. Let me break out the schedule to you guys. We have today's matches, and then we've got tomorrow's and the last day of qualifiers. Then a week after that, we got the grand finals on the 10th. All right, so we're really down to the wire here. DK, with all these players, you know, tell us a little bit about what we're expected to see from all these players at a high level compared to maybe some other players who might not be used to playing in comp in the first place.
Well, so I've mentioned this a little bit earlier as well, but we want to see that aggressive kind of movement coming in from them, right? So a lot of static kind of movement, too much of that is never a good thing. And we saw that especially in yesterday as well as in the previous season. The players who are a little bit more active with regards to those movements, they do have a much better chance of bringing in even more points in comparison to, you know, should they have been a little bit more laid back and a little bit more calculated, if we can put it that way. But yeah, we're looking to see the aggression rather come through, looking to see that maneuverability, and as well also we want them to really utilize the map, right? Move around, get into those little hiding spaces that we know are spread throughout the entirety of the maps.
Yeah, I think it's going to be super important for these players to balance their conservative gameplay with their aggression. Depends on the situation that they're in, whether they're ahead of the opponent or whether they are behind. And also depends on the map. We obviously have Shipment to start. That's a very small, compact map, and you don't want to be a sitting duck in the middle of it. You might want to stay on the outsides and try to work from there. That's what we normally seen in these type of gameplay, but at the same time, you're going to have some great gun work. As you mentioned, you're going to have to shift around and be able to move well, strafing across the board, sliding as well, super important. And then obviously put that all together with some great gameplay. Xerox Beast and Grammy Boy are now ready to go. We will start right now. You guys know it. Just to give you guys a little background as well, Hauser is running the show. You guys probably know Hauser now for a while. He's doing a great job organizing this event. Make sure to give him a lot of love, a lot of respect, as he deserves it. This is a huge event that had 700 plus players in the very beginning of it. That's the most that we've seen in, I think, in the whole African community, maybe in general, but it's amazing the amount of players that we're able to get.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy looking at those numbers, having them, you know, all registered, participate, and go through everything. And now, of course, making it up to this stage, it just shows you how many players we've actually gone through to make it up to this point to try and figure out who's going to be our final select few to move on to the next stage.
Looks like we have a bit of a hiccup here. Something might have happened. I'm assuming with Xerox's side, as Grammy Boy apparently gets the quote-unquote win here, but I do believe we are going to have a restart on this, given that something must have happened. Maybe Xerox had a thing that he wasn't supposed to have or something like that, which is a good thing. You know, get yourself out before we start the matchup so you don't get disqualified. So as soon as both players are ready, I think we'll start again. Hopefully everything will work out this time around. You know, you never know.
You have to wait.
Always different.
Yes, sir.
All right, back at it again. Try again. Number 2. Take 2, guys. Take 2. I think this is like a movie now.
Light, camera,
and we're back to
wait for the action.
And back to the room. All right, match number 1 again. Xerox, Grammy Boy. Let me know who you guys are rooting for. Asval being utilized by Grammy Boy. Xerox is going to be using the Asval as well, with the Judgment skin in particular. And with that gun, he gets the first kill. Xerox, again, probably the Las Vegas favorites right now. If you got money, probably putting it toward him is not a bad idea. But as I said before, Grammy Boy is more of a wild card. He can do stuff like that, getting a quick kill to round this one out with the 1v1 situation.
Yeah, and that's a good start, having the numbers sitting pretty much on par. But now, I mean, it is a little bit of a cat and mouse situation coming in once again. They're trying to find those angles. With that, a beautiful hit coming through on towards Grammy Boy, or rather from Granny Boy over on towards Mr. Xerox there. And I'm curious to see whether or not it's going to turn out the same as we had in yesterday's final round. I mean, we saw quite a bit of aggression coming through, hoping that they, you know, kind of get over those nerves and get the gameplay going as, Grammy Boy steps up with yet another hit.
That was a hell of a push. He was, so right now, the way he's playing crouched, trying to stay low and not make a lot of noise early in his push. When he got thrown a grenade at him, he knew he had to make a decision. Back off, which he might have taken too long before the grenade hit him, or push forward and avoid the grenade but get into enemy territory side. It worked out nicely since Xerox Beast was trying to throw another throwable, which was definitely the mistake he made. Grammy Boy ahead by 2, 3-1. Xerox needs to put something together.
Now the pressure is on. That timer, of course, slowly ticking away. 3 minutes still remains on the clock, and it is a 2-point difference coming in favor of Grammy Boy. But this is where Xerox now needs to try and see if he can find that angle, find that approach. And we saw this corner being pretty potent with regards to points. In fact, this whole section in which we see Mr. Xerox there holding on, and there he goes, finds the hit, picks up his second point, and now just inching his way ever closer to the lead. And with that, he just evens out the scoreboard.
What an amazing shot from Xerox right there, one right after the other. You know, momentum is an important thing in this game. If you get some kills right in a row and you have the end of the game where you're ahead by a lot, that could do wonders. And if you're down by a lot nearing the end of the game, you are at risk of making a lot of noise by pushing. So I think Xerox Beast did himself a lot of favors there, surviving, and not only that, getting some kills to even this one out.
Yeah, definitely looking to bring in a little bit more of that. And of course, it is still anyone's game. 2 minutes on the clock remains, and now we got to wait and see at what point they are going to start to dial up the aggression. I think they're still trying to get a lay of the land, trying to figure out kind of what approach to go with that works best to counteract plays coming in from the opposing player. But I mean, of course, they can't stand around too long as they have been drawn up. Now we need someone to try and take that lead and just look to push a little bit further upwards.
It's a very balanced game. Both of them are playing pretty much the same strategy. Stay crouched, move in your own territory. But Grammy Boy gets a kill right there. Very significant as we're now dwindling the time to 1 minute and 20 seconds. Xerox Beast now continuing to play his game like the way he played it in the very beginning. I think he still can do that as long as he doesn't die right now in a row. Then he'll have to, yeah, oh no, right when I said it, it happens. So now he needs to dial up his movement. He's down by 2. He has to average a kill in 30 seconds each time. And also he can't die, which is obviously a hard thing when you're facing up against a great player. Let's see what he can do here. You can see he's diving right past him and got the kill that way.
Yeah, we're getting almost to that point where they can't really afford to stand around and wait for something to happen. They need to get proactive. They need to start making it happen by themselves. And this is that position now for Xerox to try and find the spray all the way across. Grammy Boy just holding that position, holding the angle. The spray down comes in, and with that, Grammy Boy manages to sneak in yet another kill. 20 seconds remain on the clock. This is going to be tight.
Now Xerox has no choice. He has to be running around this map to get some kills. He got some good shots, but couldn't get the knock. Needs to follow it up. Gets the kill. 9 seconds left. I think right now Grammy Boy, yeah, Grammy Boy comes right out of spawn. A risky job to do that as he evens out the score in the last second. He needed to wait it out. Unfortunately, he doesn't, and that is now going to lead us to a tie with 5 seconds that was left into the game. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, but of course, what's quite amazing is now we are going to be playing through all 3 hour games. We need that clear victor. We need that player to step up and claim the title here for the first round. And man, this is a pretty decent way to get it started. Starting it off on a tie, I don't think we've ever really seen this happen. So what a fantastic way to get the day underway.
I just can't believe that Grammy Boy came out with the spawn. You can hold off on the spawn. And he decided, you know what, I'm just going to get right back into the fight. Unfortunately, that did make it easier for Xerox to find him and kill him. So let's kind of talk to them out and see how they're doing. Let's see if their mics are working this time. We got Xerox Beast and Grammy Boy. Are you guys able to hear me? I think we got both of them, which is great. I see you, Xerox Beast. We'll start with you. Great job coming back into that game. You were down by at least 2 at points. And I think with the last minute, you were down by 2. Walk us through the last few seconds of that game.
Last few seconds, timer was counting down. I needed to push, or that was it. So I just took it. I just took the risk, and I'm glad it paid off.
Yeah, it was just, I think you were just, the way you guys were both playing very similarly with the crouch, staying low, trying to make minimal movements, but also minimal sound. And at that point, when he was up by 2 with a minute left, I think you were just like, I need to make something happen, even though I'm going to be taking on the risk. Was that something that you were thinking about?
Yes, exactly.
Grammy Boy, I don't know if you can hear me, Grammy Boy. I think your mic was working for a moment there. How are you? How are you doing? I think
I can hear you. Oh,
we got him.
Oh, turn off your mic.
Beautiful. You need me to turn up my mic, or are you good?
Yeah, I can hear.
You can hear me?
No. I'm telling Xerox. I'm telling Xerox to turn off your mic.
Grammy Boy, super close. You almost had that win. When you spawned into that last point, was that something that you were thinking about? Because I thought you should have held off on your spawn a bit.
Yes, I should have just stayed on the tractor. I choked.
I like the aggression. You wanted to get that next kill, which is definitely admirable. But I think at that very moment, that cost you between getting a win and obviously what we have with the tie. We will be having our next round with the sniper round. We probably will have, actually we have to, right? Yeah, we will definitely have an SMG fight as well. So that's a great thing about what you guys did right there, is that we're gonna have every single weapon to determine who will be our victor. So Grammy Boy and Xerox Beast, good luck in your fight, in your next match, your second match with the snipers. Make sure you guys are all set when it comes to it.
Yeah. Well.
All right, great. DK, that was an interesting fight. I'm still a little surprised with Grammy Boy. He did so well. Definitely a lot of things that I'm sure he's feeling good about. But that last moment, and you know, it's just one thing can cause a loss, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it's all it takes, and we saw now how close it is. If both these players, you know, step up and play. And now as we move into our second match, this is, I think, going to be quite an interesting game because the bar's been set. We know that both of them are quite capable of stepping up and showing us what they've got. But who's going to be the one to step up and claim the dub on this one?
Yeah, it's going to be a question mark right now because, again, since we did have a tie, both of these players know exactly what to do. And they're very similar in their gameplay. We've mentioned it before. Their crouch movement, staying low, not moving too far around the map, just enough where they can get some different angles. And with the sniper round, that could lead to some really cool shots and obviously some more methodical type of gameplay. Both of them staying in their sides of the map, going back and forth, as I mentioned before. Both of them using the same exact weapon, the Locust. I think that is a crowd favorite when it comes to snipers in this one. So again, both of them is pretty much utilizing that crouch situation. Reminds me of Counter-Strike more than it does for Call of Duty.
Yeah, it is quite an interesting strat coming in. We can see Grammy Boy off in the distance, also just admiring the flooring here. But at some point, we need to see them actually start pushing up, getting a little bit closer, and that is exactly what Xerox is doing here now. He's inching his way a little bit closer towards where we see Grammy Boy, and I mean, I'm waiting for that surprise moment to come on through. And again, both these players adopting a very similar approach to this match.
We'll see how, yeah, very, very similar. Right now, Grammy Boy waiting on the ground, waiting for him to pass through, which he might find Xerox Beast, who has made his way to the center. We've gone through 2 minutes of this match out of the 5 minutes that you can have. I don't think we're definitely not reaching 20 kills. I can guarantee you that. I know I don't talk about what's going on in the future, but I have a pretty good sense of what's going to happen here as far as not reaching 20 kills. Grammy Boy is starting to move a little bit.
Ooh.
He almost peeked him there, and he's waiting for it. I think he heard Xerox, and he's waiting for him to come out. Oh, you definitely saw a barrel there, too.
We tied for the lead.
Yeah, you guys are definitely tied for the lead. There's no question about that. Definitely tied. Little dance in there from Xerox. I'm very surprised Xerox has not passed through to peek the left side. Ooh, there you go. That's that peek we were expecting. And that was also a shot we were expecting from Grammy Boy, waiting for him to come out of the red crate territory. Now Xerox Beast is at a disadvantage. 3 minutes have gone by now with only 2 left. So you can't really play the same exact way he was just doing it, or else time would run out before they find each other. You have to be a little bit more aggressive this time around. Throwables could be a great option. You know where he's going to be. If there's not a lot of movement, that's the weakness to it, is that you know exactly where he is, and throwing a grenade or throwing a flashbang could lead to a very good situation. Ooh, we peeked that one there, and then Granny Boy shoots, and there's a return. So far, we've had exactly 3 shots into the game. There's that flash I was talking about. A perfect opportunity now to get... Oh! Never mind. I thought it was a perfect opportunity. Grammy Boy takes advantage of his push. Oh, well, he's about to flash himself. Hits the lamp there. Unfortunately. Ooh, avoids a shot right there. Oh, gets hit as he strafed to him. 0-3 with 55 seconds.
Enemy contact.
He saw him, I think, for a moment, but I think this is what... Grammy Boy is just going to stay low. He knows he's got this one in the bag if he doesn't if he's not aggressive.
Sniper!
Yeah, this is where Xerox definitely needs to step up. He needs to get hella aggressive now if he wants to try and close it up. I mean, only 30 seconds remain on the clock, and Grammy Boy picks up the 4th point. This could potentially be the game getting handed straight over onto Grammy Boy.
So I think we're going to see this finish out like... Oops. Grammy Boy just pretty much waiting for him to come out and knowing exactly where he's going to be and lining up his shot. Not a lot of dancing. You know, with snipers, we usually see players dance around each other. Movement is crazy when it comes to snipers, and it looks like he's almost grenading himself here, or it's gonna bounce back. Anyway, that is it for match number 2. We are not done though, because we had a tie in the very first one. We will now have a 3rd round fight. This will be with SMGs. It'll be back to shipment. All right, let's see what they have to say. Again, both of them playing very similarly in this fight.
Yeah.
Definitely. Xerox Beast and Grammy Boy. We'll start with Xerox Beast on that one. Tough loss, obviously. Grammy Boy doing a pretty good job of lining up his shots. But Xerox Beast, what do you think you could have done a little bit better there to make up the difference?
Game and play the next round. That's all I have to say.
We'll have to see with the next round, he says. Okay. I like it. Just right on to it. Grammy Boy, congratulations with match number 2 under your belt. If you win this one, that would cut it for you to move on. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling quite confident about it because I almost took the assault rifle, so I'm hoping not to take 3%.
All right. If you guys couldn't hear him, he said he was feeling very confident. And I like that. I like that a lot about the players here. They all have made their way through a lot of adversity, playing against some really good players throughout the qualifiers. And so both of them have a good sense of what to do. We'll get right into our match number 3. Good luck to both of you. All right, so DK, obviously, Xerox is going to have to win this one just to stay alive. And he's going to have to win pretty big, too, because the kill difference is going to be the tiebreaker, even if he wins this match. So he has to make sure that those kills are going to be a good pace. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Grammy won by 4, or was it by 5 in that last round? It was by 5. So right now, Xerox Beast needs at least 5 to stay in it. Ahead of Grammy Boy, the difference. And if he gets a 6-point difference ahead, then he certainly wins it. But if he wins this match and has less than a 5-point difference on Grammy Boy, then he still loses the matchup entirely.
Yeah, and that is going to be quite a bit of pressure now on the shoulders here for Xerox. He needs to step up. He needs to get almost overly aggressive if he wants to get this one in the bag. So I'm curious to see whether or not we're going to actually see that come to fruition now, as we do have Xerox taking a little bit more of a passive approach, but also a very calculated approach also then coming in from Grammy Boy. I think once these first few shots starts flying, that will kind of kick up that snowball effect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right now, both of them staying back to their positions. A grenade actually did a lot of damage to Grammy Boy right there, almost getting the kill entirely. But since both of them are not playing the huge aggressive play that we normally witness, does not turn out to lead to a kill.
Yeah, and of course now, Xerox inching his way through the container, sneaking up almost behind Grammy Boy. Ooh, almost spotted him there for a quick second. Getting ready to move a little bit closer. Grammy Boy comes out with a slide. Oh, and Xerox pulls back into the safety of that container. But the pressure's going to be on. Ooh, we've got a few utils now getting sent out. Come on. Oh, there we go. First kill comes in favor of Grammy Boy. And this is now, again, pressure on the shoulders here of Xerox. He needs to step up. He needs to dial that aggression to almost like 27. If he wants to try and push in and get the dub.
All right, if you guys haven't noticed, I'm having a hard time moving my camera the way I want it to. I don't want to move this way. I want to get them player perspective, so give me a moment as I try to fix this up. But yes, right now, Grammy ahead by 1. What a great start.
Oh, nice hit coming in from Grammy Boy. So CJ, if you hit the button on the left side of 1, it'll switch back onto the player perspective there. And then we can get up into
I would
the
love
action.
to do that. I'm trying to hit that button. It's not letting me switch back to players here. But Grammy now ahead by 1. we'll have this viewpoint right now, back and forth between Grammy and Xerox. I can't even move like too much in this perspective. I'm like trying.
We're losing this fight.
Like having a oh well, this was weird. Can I switch back now? No. All right. Well, soon enough, guys. I will learn how this works. But looks like they tied it up.
Yeah, playing it nice, neat, and tied up. But of course now, Xerox still needs to dial it up. He needs to get super aggressive. He needs to move on through.
Speaking of moving on through, we're going over to Xerox Beast right now. What a hell of a movement. Oh, and we got this port again. All right, we're going to move again. I can't even turn the direction of it. That's the thing either.
If you click on the player, does it do anything?
Oh, yeah, maybe I should try that. That's a smart idea.
That's a smart idea coming from Mr. Hauser.
But moving, clicking on the person doesn't work either.
Oof.
That did something for a second. I'm trying, guys. I'm working on it. But every button I click, no matter what, doesn't change anything.
Well, it is what it is for now, and with that, Xerox steps up, picks up another point, and there we are back again onto the tie. We are sitting with a 3-3 a minute and about 10 seconds remaining on the clock, so the pressure is on. And yeah, if Xerox doesn't step up and doesn't get that lead, that 5-point lead at a minimum, this victory is going straight over onto Grammy Boy.
Looks like Xerox trying to get on top.
Oh.
And Grammy Boy gets a kill, as you obviously saw. You guys certainly saw it, right? Yes, definitely saw it.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
What was the
Totally.
question? But yeah, I mean, now the pressure is on, regardless of where Xerox is going to try and go. He needs to step it up. He's trailing by 1 point. There's 20 seconds on the clock, and I think it would be pretty safe to say that this match is going to be going over on towards Grammy Boy, even though it is now tied up. Oh, that could be 2 ties and 1 victory in favor of Grammy Boy. But up comes a quick play. As Xerox sends out the utils, Grammy now quickly ducking in behind that container, gets on top. Oh, are we going to see the shot come through? Who's going to pick up the kill, though? It's a tie once again.
Another tie, but that does not mean the matchup is a tie. It does mean that Grammy Boy will be winning the matchup. And the reason that is because he won match number 2. They tied match number 1 and obviously tying match number 3. So there is going to be one movie going forward. It is Grammy Boy. Sorry about the perspective there. Obviously, just was not working. I'll definitely not make that mistake twice. I was trying to get tricky with it, and obviously that's not going to work. But let's see if we can hear them out there. Xerox Beast, Grammy Boy, GG's on the final match. Xerox Beast, will start with you. Obviously, you were playing a very similar matchup that you did in match number... Oh, well, he's gone. Apparently, he is not feeling good about that. Grammy Boy, though, obviously you win. GG's. Congratulations. Take us through that matchup, and how does it feel to be able to move on?
Wow, I didn't actually believe I was going to get a win, but the moment I got to draw on the so tried.
Sorry, can you speak up, Grammy Boy?
To actually, can you hear me better?
Yeah, I can hear you a lot better now.
Okay, Xerox is actually my sparring partner, so we play a lot of one together. Like we have similar play styles, so like he usually takes the assault rifle over me, and I take the SMG. So like when I drew the assault rifle, I knew I could win the game, so I just played to that.
Yeah, obviously you guys played very similarly. It could definitely be seen with your gameplay, both at a very high level. What got you ahead of him as far as playing that game? Because you had a mission. Your mission was to not necessarily win the event, but to win that matchup, but to make sure you didn't at least lose by a lot. And obviously it turned out to be a tie, which was perfect for you.
Yeah, I played very slow. Yeah,
so that kind of strategy was super important.
Yeah, it's very important. I have to play it slow because once you lose your cool in the 1v1, just start getting killed.
Yeah. So GG's, Grammy Boy. You will be moving on, obviously, to the next round. Congratulations, by the way, and we'll hope to see more gameplay from you.
All right.
All right, so right now we're going to go into a break. We'll be right back, guys, and we'll see you then. The void from the bottom. No, he can't do it. That's 2 and 5 in a row now.
Let's go.
Back at it again. Welcome, everybody. We are going to start our matchup number 2 between Virus and Princess Spellcaster. Or Prince, sorry. No, wait, Princess. What is it? Princess Spellcaster or Prince Spellcaster? It could be either one. We'll definitely talk to them and I'll get a better idea of that one for sure. But here's the matchup for you guys, so you guys have a clear understanding of timing. We're on match number 2 between Peller and Virus. So Peller. So it's Princess. All right, I can put those two things together. All right, Princess Peller. There we go. And they flipped perfectly. That's where they need to be. All right, so let's go and talk to them and see what they're doing. Obviously, DK, I think we're going to see some pretty good fight here. We've seen Virus actually play first in this event, winning his matchup. So he's going to try to do it again. We have not seen Princess Peller yet.
Yeah, Princess Peller.
Princess Peller.
Yeah. See, because it says princess.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Well, I thought it could have been Speller, okay? It could have been like Spellcaster, like a spell. I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Let's just avoid my mistakes and go right into talking to them if we have a chance to hear them. Princess Peller and Virus, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I love it. All right. So both of you guys obviously making it this far. We'll start with both of you, whoever wants to start off, actually. Tell us a little bit about your own gameplay and what makes you maybe a little different than the players you competed against already.
Should I go first?
Yeah, Virus, go first. OP.
Okay.
Virus, you have the floor now. Go for it.
I think I think the AR will actually be to my advantage when I'm done the snipers, because I'm not really good with snipers, but I'm actually practicing all day for the sniper run and everything, because I just do it. That will also go for the advantage because I'm not used to it.
So snipers is your favorite weapon choice. We will definitely have that in match number 2. As far as ARs are concerned, do you think you'll be able to win then against Princess Peller?
Yeah, I said snipers, like, I'm bad with sniper, I'm not good with sniper, I'm bad with sniper.
Oh, okay. So the opposite here. Well, that's going to be tough then when we have match number 2 for you in particular. Princess Peller?
I can
hear you.
Oh, well, perfect. I'm glad. I'm definitely glad you can hear us. Well, first of all, let me just make sure I get the name right. All right. Do I have the name right, correct? I don't have this name incorrectly said.
For him, I don't know what you're talking about, actually.
Yeah, right. Anyway, Peller, so you've obviously have a lot of experience playing this game. What made you play this game in the first place? Give everyone in the audience some background on why you like this game.
Is now woman allow me start to play the game?
What was that?
Woman.
What?
It was my babe that made me start playing the game.
He said it was his woman that allowed him to stop playing.
I thought that's what you said, but I wasn't sure if I heard that correctly. You know what? We all have our vices. I'm not gonna lie. You do you is all I'm gonna say about that. And it's 2 birds, 1 stone. I think with that, you get to play a great game and obviously do what you said you did. So, all right, we will move on to match number 1 between you two. Good luck. I think you guys are gonna have a blast, and we're gonna have a blast watching.
Oh yes, indeed. We're gonna hop straight on in. This time around, we're gonna be taking the normal spectating mode.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no problems last time we spectated. It was perfect. It was absolutely. That's exactly what I wanted. Weird angles like that. It's art. All right, it's my version of art. Anyway, we've got both players. Let me know who you guys are rooting for as we start off, and who will get the first kill, I guess, is going to be evident in a mere moments.
Yeah, we did have a few predictions coming in as well. I did see one coming in on a 14-5 in favor of Virus. So, yeah, a lot of pressure coming in for Peller here now, looking to try and, you know, put some points on the board and prove everybody wrong. But so far, Virus doing exactly what has been said, finding the first point. And, of course, now several more to go. Ooh.
What a great shot there from Virus, sliding out to get that kill. And this is exactly, that's a very typical move and a very good one that every player needs to learn, is to slide out on the corners. So every single time there's a turn like that, slide into it. So if there is an enemy there, you are ready for him at a high level. So there you go, Virus with the jump shot on that last turn will get the kill. And quickly gets the lead of 5.
Yeah, this is going to be quite a bit of a push coming in now, as we can see Virus picking up that 6th kill on board as well. So the pressure is on. The shots come through. The 7th one now finding its way on in. And yeah, this is going to be a very, very spicy game. I'm waiting to see at which point, of course, we'll have Peller looking to step on up. This is the aggression that we've been talking about. And I mean, Virus is just infected this match. It's just pushing forward. And with that, we see our first point on the board for Peller.
Finally, yes, getting onto the board. Hopefully that'll be a momentum change for Princess Peller. There is 3 minutes left, so we still have a majority of time for this matchup. It's not like it's completely over, since this lead was given in such a quick manner. But with that, Virus will continue to build that lead. Incredible shots coming in from him, and he's jumping around. I think he knows he has a great chance of winning, and it'll be difficult for Peller to come back from this.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a pretty interesting play. And of course, you know, just to show what a game it is that Virus has been playing. You know, it's even so much so that the graphics itself hasn't even updated. We just can't comprehend this play coming in from Virus, as we now look to see whether or not Virus is going to make it 12. No, actually, Peller steps up, picks up the next point, and now it is a 2v11 in favor of Virus. I mean, Virus pretty close to that 15 point that we saw coming in on the prediction.
Yeah, I mean, he could reach 20 for sure, and if he does, that would lead him to an automatic victory. No need for a timer at that point. But we haven't seen that happen yet as far as today, for sure. This is way different than the gameplay that we saw from Xerox. I can't think, but the winner of the last match. In fact, they're moving so much more that is getting these higher kill counts.
Yeah. Yeah, it is going to be a pretty neck-and-neck fight. And with that, oh, will we see the next one come in? Yes, indeed, it is 13-3, 10-point difference. But of course, the first prediction we saw was going to be 14-5. So only 1 point away for Virus. With that now, it is 14, so now we're expecting to see those 2 points come in for Peller. Oh, but unfortunately, it now gets pushed up onto 15 against the 3 points. So with this, it looks like Virus is definitely on a runaway streak, as we do see our 4th point now come on board for Peller there.
All right, now Peller has an eye. Goes to the top of the dumpster there, still gets the kill, because that motion to hurdle the dumpster takes time. And I'm very surprised he was able to get that kill right in front of Peller.
Targets in sight.
What a great shot there. I think he shot his legs off in order to get that kill. 4-17, 30 seconds to go. While it's an impressive difference, I don't think we're going to reach 20, although I could be wrong. We'll see if Peller continues to push to get kills. Obviously, from this point, he wants to have a momentum push just to have some kills to bring to the sniper round. But I think he also knows the kills is not going to lead to a victory for match number 1.
Contact with enemy.
Yeah, and this is where we could actually see Virus still maybe steal the final hit.
In sight.
So far, sitting on 18-4. Oh, are we going to see it swing around? And with that, Virus pushes it up onto 19-4. Wow, absolutely phenomenally insane play coming in there at the hand of Virus. And I mean, Virus almost beating out the clock with the score there.
Yeah, Virus did an excellent job for sure. A lot of great movement, especially in the beginning. He was taking the center stage, so whenever he heard him come around, wherever he was spawning out of, he was able to get a sense of where he was first. So that what gave him the advantage. That's a great thing when you have some kills already. The next kill becomes a little bit easier. So that's kind of the gameplay you want. Princess Peller, Virus, GG's again. You guys did great. I think both of you guys did great. Obviously, Peller, it wasn't a great game for you as far as points. What was that? Peller?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Perfect. Peller, as I was saying, hard to get kills, obviously, for you at this time, but I think you did an excellent job with your movement. Tell us the good things about your gameplay and what you're going to try to work on maybe in the sniper round. Are you able to hear me?
Hello, is this? Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear
Perfect. The question for you, Peller, is, you know, you did great, I thought. Okay. Your great movement. Obviously, the kills didn't come around as much, though. What are you going to be able to do in the second round that you think will allow you to get the win for match number 2?
Just play the game.
Just play the game.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. I hope you are able to get match number 2 so we can get match number 3 as well. Virus, GG, obviously a great amount of kills there. What's the number one thing that led to that victory in your eyes?
I'll say my headset, because I got a new headset today, so that was of great advantage to me because I could easily pick up where it was.
Having a nice headset to be able to hear, and part of that hearing for you, Virus, is whenever you got a kill. I was kind of mentioning this right before I was talking to you guys. Right after you got a kill, you took the center. And taking the center you were able to hear any direction that Peller was coming out of.
I was playing game, Jared.
What is that the type of gameplay that you normally like to do, especially on that map, which is so small? Virus, I don't know if you're talking, but we can't hear you. Do you hear me? All right, we'll head into match number 2 right away. Virus, Peller, good luck. Sniper round, as you always know, make sure your perks and everything else is set the way you want it, all right? All right. Sometimes it's hard to hear. I don't know, maybe it's my mic or probably the in-game stuff. Obviously not necessarily intended to be a way to talk to each other, but we will have them showing off their great skills. This is why you guys are here. I think I had it on group 1 the entire time. These are the 2 players. There we go. Sorry about that. Let's do this. So we got Virus running the DLQ-33. And Peller running a knife. No, DLQ-33 as well, but no skin involved. Although there was a skin.
A little bit of skinless action, but now the pressure is on. Yeah, I'm curious to see whether or not Peller is going to try to maybe steal this one away.
Sniper.
I mean, he has to. Sniper. Otherwise, this is a clear, straight, easy victory going over towards the side there of Virus with that absolutely insane gameplay coming in on our first round. But now it is over to snipers, and with that, the shot comes through as Viper kicks off, Virus rather, kicks off the fighting, and Peller trailing by 1 point right out of the gate.
Yeah, Princess Peller kind of went AFK, I think, for a moment. And I was wondering why he was just standing there. I think that was the reason. Hopefully he'll get back into the game. I think Virus is going to stay back, waiting maybe to hear him first before peeking. I don't think he realizes necessarily that Peller is not moving yet. That sometimes happens with these games, obviously, with MS changes. Or with any game. And it looks like Peller is back connected. He's connected once again. Hopefully he'll be able to move. There's Virus. Sniper. And he knows that he is AFK. I thought for a moment he would spare a mercy hit there, but never mind. No mercy involved. Don't blame him. This is a huge competition. You want to get your wins now. Poor Peller, though.
Yeah, it is what it is. Of course, now we look to see whether or not Peller is going to come back swinging for this round so far. Oh, there we go. Peller is back in the action. The shots can now start flying as expected. Here we go.
Oh, for the hip shot. Virus was able to get him up close.
Sniper! Sniper, get down!
Oof.
Contact with enemy.
Now we see that dance that we were talking about,
Yes.
the kind of sniper dance that we were waiting for in our first round, but we had hide and seek, and now here we go. Ooh.
Virus doing a big risky play by just doing that. And he's gonna get around. Does he? Oh, he thinks he's up. He thinks he's up top. He thinks he's up there. What? Are you kidding me right now? No, you didn't just do that. What the hell was that? It could have been that he was AFK. I don't know if I want to give him the benefit of that, though, but you can see he's not spawning right away. I think he went AFK. Wait, do I have a weird perspective? Now it says he's in the middle automatic. He is everywhere. I think he has a lot of MS issues.
Lost the lead.
Yeah, he's disconnecting and connecting.
Get down, sniper!
And Virus will get a kill. He does go to the top.
Sniper, get down!
First shot's a good shot. And the second one will do him in. 6-0.
This could be another runaway game for Virus. Not quite sure what's happening over at the Peller camp, but yeah, let's hope some fancy jumping can get the job done. Well, not if the sniper's in the hands of Virus, as we can see already a 7-0 lead coming in. Ooh.
Finally, Peller gets onto the board with a really great jump shot off the top. Will he be able to capitalize and get some more? Because he definitely will need it in the next minute and 20 seconds. Unfortunately, Virus saw him coming up the stairs. He even gets a great shot there on Peller, crossing over just in the middle. Another great shot. 1-9.
How's this saying that Virus has infected the game? Yes, it does in fact look like that.
Yeah, maybe Peller's like, what did you do to me?
Sniper!
And he's doing a lot more than just moving around. He's getting some really great kills on him.
Get down, sniper!
And Peller, Peller's, yeah, you can see the way he's moving. He's like, he's stuck at times. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I have a feeling his MS is a little above 100. Just
yeah, maybe even above 1,000.
Yeah.
Just judging on the way that he's moving about and how this is kind of going. He's like pulling a disappearing act every now and again.
Right? He
like,
is.
Now you see me, now you don't.
He's a ghost.
Ooh.
So Virus is not going to let up. He's going to make sure he gets every one of these. But I do believe we've only got 15 seconds. He would need to get a kill every second, which is not going to happen. So we do have our victor. Virus will be moving on. He's right next to him.
Get down,
like,
sniper!
Well, are you got to see Mercy? He's like, oh, I'm not going to kill you in the last second. I'm the nice guy. Never mind. All right. Fine. Don't have to listen to me. Again, Virus wins it. Congratulations. We still have another matchup after this one. We'll talk to Virus because honestly, I think Peller's mic is going to be really bad. Although if he's on and he's cleared to talk, I will definitely love to talk to him. But I think he's going to be a little unhappy about his MS, and two,
Stand down.
his mic's going to be shot at this point. Let's see. Peller and Virus. Again, great gameplay. Unfortunately, I mean, it would have been great, in my opinion, if Peller's gameplay wasn't messing up so much. But Virus, we'll start with you and see if Peller can get back on, at least with a mic. Virus, congratulations. Obviously, it was a bit easier than a normal fight up. Oh, both of you guys are on. Great. Well, we'll still start with you, Virus. Again, GG's and congratulations. You will be moving on. Tell us a little bit about your fight. Obviously, it was a bit of an easier one, not because Peller is an easier fight, but because of Peller's issues technologically. But yeah, tell us generally how you felt during the game and what got you the win.
Like I said,
What's up? What's up?
Actually, I practiced all day.
Can you speak up again, Virus?
Who
You're a little
the
hard to
fuck
hear.
that person with the
And
fuck?
Peller, if you don't mind, I'm just trying to hear
Why
Virus.
call when I play game? She don't call you before. Or more.
Say that again, Virus.
Yeah, I said I practiced all day. I practiced all day for this 1v1 tournament.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of experience, obviously. We saw your gameplay, I think it was yesterday or was it 2 days ago? You did an excellent job there. So there's no surprise to me that you've made it this far. Keep it up, as you're going to be definitely moving on. And yeah, we'll probably see more of your content, your gameplay going forward. Thank you for the talk. Peller, what happened? You're having some MS issues? How high are you in MS? We thought maybe 1,000. Does that sound about right?
No, I was having 10,000 MS.
10,000 MS. I mean, hey, you were. I don't know if you realized from our perspective that you were moving around like a ghost out there. You were popping up at random places, staticky for sure.
No, for the AR, like I don't know, someone was calling me, so I was playing on 150 to 170. Then I thought I dealt with the call. Then for the snipers, like I was on 200 MS throughout. Like I don't even know. I was just dying. Coming back, seeing 1-0, 2-0, and I was still dying. Like guy,
Oh no.
Oh, GG's, I beg. GG's.
I mean, I would have loved to see you at full strength, with obviously some better MS, but that's the way it goes. We hope to see you more in events and really get an understanding of your own gameplay in the future, because, well, I think his MS still cut him out. But we are going to move on now to our next matchup. Let me show you guys our next matchup. This is maps. Let me show you guys our next matchup. So here we go. We're going to have match 77 versus Sensei. We'll get them into the room right away. For now, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll see you back here. The void from the bottom. No, he can't do it. That's 2 and 5 in a row now.
That golden touch, time to light it up. Let's go. Yeah, this is it. Go! Go! Yeah, this is it. Go!
All right, we are back. All right, we got our matchup soon. As I said before, we got 2 players coming in. If you guys have any questions about this event, let us know in chat. I'm looking at chat right now. Thank you guys for joining. We got Diamond D Daddy. Welcome, says rematch. No Orjoro. Be this. I'm definitely nailing these pronunciations. Retrovert, welcome to the stream. GG says Amaule. I think that's it. McDonald. Ator, welcome to the stream. Peller, mute your mic. I know, right? He was talking sometimes. I don't think he realized it. It's not his fault. I think his whole technology side was shot up to bits. Senez, welcome to the stream. Let's see, who else is on? David, welcome to the stream as well. Thank you guys for joining in. Rootless, welcome back to the stream. Will they replay? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to have any replays, although possibly, it's up to Hauser, but I doubt it because, that's your time to play. It wasn't like he wasn't able to get into the room or anything like that. It wasn't like he couldn't compete. It was just his technology. That'll be that. But DK, we are going to have a new fight here, obviously. We've seen these players compete in the past. I'm going to show everyone the upcoming match with match 77 Sensei. Based on yesterday with match 77 and his situation, what do you think we can expect from both of these players?
I'm expecting some insanity, honestly. That's what I'm expecting to see. I mean, Sensei, we remember Sensei from the previous season, of course, also seeing some pretty impressive plays there, but I mean, this is now kind of a new slate. They need to step up and show us what they've got. We already saw Match 77 playing yesterday, coming back swinging. but the pressure is going to be on. And who knows? Maybe Sensei will teach us a thing or two. You know, wax on, wax off.
We did actually have Sensei when you weren't casting with me on a previous day. He obviously winning his matchup. I think Sensei does have the advantage here against match 77, but it obviously will be a close fight. As we mentioned throughout the event here, each player had to go through so many levels of qualifiers that it is going to be a tough fight no matter what. Even with all the experience maybe one player has in this situation, both of them have proven that they are good enough to be here. So I'm excited to see how well they play for sure. Maybe we can get a quick talk with them. I'll see. Match 77, Sensei, welcome to the room. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Perfect. I hear you, match 77, although it's hard to hear. You're a little low on the mic. But tell me a little bit about this upcoming fight. Do you know Sensei? Being on the Zero clan, have you ever heard of him? Are you think you're going to be good enough to fight and win this?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
What was
He's
that?
an OP player also. I've heard of him. He's an OP player. Plays for one of the best T1 teams in African scene. To be a tough one.
It's going to be a good matchup. I think if you win this, I think, to be honest, you're at the disadvantage. But if you win this, it would be insane. And I would love to see the underdog win it. So please do so. Yeah. Sensei, obviously, I don't know if you can hear me yet. I haven't heard your mic start yet. But Sensei, you probably have the advantage here. If we had Las Vegas putting odds on, it would be probably you. So tell us a little bit about your gameplay for people at home who might have never heard of you, although probably most people have. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Sensei. I'm a pro player for Zero Remorse, and that's about it.
Short and sweet. All right, so let's start off match number one in this matchup 3 right now. All right, so let me know who you guys are rooting for in the chat. And good luck to both of you guys, match 77 and Sensei. Here we go, guys. Again, let me know who you guys are rooting for. I am going to be rooting for match 77. I don't think that's where my money would necessarily go, but I still like the idea that an underdog will win it. If you guys are with me, let me know. Let him hear it through the chat. The more you guys root for him, the better. Is that true? I don't know. This sounds right.
Well, it's either underdog or a dark horse, but we'll have to wait and see what they're going to bring. And already we're seeing some pretty interesting movements coming out here from Match 77 as he now looks to push on towards Sensei. Oh, does pick up the first hit. And I mean, who knows? Maybe this could be only the first of many.
Yes, yes, yes. That was a great slide out, by the way. And Sensei was really caught off guard with it. They are literally on the same side of the map. And now Sensei's pushing off to get to the opposite end. We have 4 minutes and 18 seconds left. In total, they have 5 minutes to do everything they can to win the match. Or they can get to 20 kills. And that will end the game, at least for this matchup. Sensei working the vertical ends of the map, getting on top of crates. DK, how important is it to get different perspectives when it comes to playing in a match like this?
I think it's actually quite helpful, especially when you are looking to try and figure out where the opponent is, right? But if you are not too comfortable with really playing from those higher positions, definitely stick to your guns, stick to what you're comfortable with, and come Sensei. Ooh, just adding a point on board. That is what we want to see. Of course, match 77 so far, taking the lead there. Up was a beautiful util, forcing Sensei back into the shack. But yeah, I'm curious to see if we're going to see a little bit more of that high dynamic really being utilized here, as we know it can sometimes kind of throw things off as your opponent is expecting to see you on a little bit of a lower position, and then you are up above, able to strike down and just find those hits. And so I'm curious to see what they're going to do.
Wow. Oh my God, Sensei still lost. I thought Sensei was going to win that clearly, he's just kept peppering and kept peppering match 77 to the point where he had like less than, I would say, even a third of health. And still, Sensei could not get that W. Very surprised, as I said before, but it is 3-1 in favor of match 77. This match is still not over, though. We're now perfectly at halfway mark at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Sensei definitely working the top of crates. As I mentioned before, I do believe it's a very important part of the game to be able to change up your perspectives, making it hard for your opponent to know exactly where you're coming from. And Sensei will get that kill right off the bat.
Targets in sight. Frag out.
This is actually quite an interesting approach coming in here. I mean, Match playing a little bit more of a calculated approach here. You know, not looking to be too audible. But Sensei definitely scouting all over the place, looking to see if he can spot those angles. And the moment he spots him, that is when Sensei is really, really good at striking down and getting those confirms in. And I can only hope that Sensei, you know, does spot Match before Match spots him.
Yeah, right now, Match is certainly the defensive player here. He's only ahead by 1, and you do want to have a defensive, in general, you want to have a defensive outlook when you are ahead to force errors upon your opponent.
Enemy in sight.
And so I think he's going to start hearing him, and there it is. Match wasn't able to turn quite quickly enough, but is he still going to get the win? No.
Ooh.
Sensei was able to return it.
Yeah. That is exactly what I was expecting to see coming in from Sensei. So the moment he gets that visual on Match, that is almost signed, sealed, and delivered right there. So Match definitely trying to play that more calculated approach. Doesn't want to put himself in too much of an exposed position. Want to utilize the hard cover, but of course Sensei is quite determined to get those hits. And currently they are tied, sitting on 3 points aside. Do see a few shots now flying in there from the side of Sensei, and Match just trying to huddle down behind the forklift here, but this is that opportunity now for Sensei to come rushing forward. Will he be able to find it? Yes, indeed. And with that, Sensei takes the lead.
That was a big lead as we are under a minute left. If Sensei can hold off without any kills going forward from either side, he will win it. But he may get another one here. Match needs to heal. He's halfway dead.
Enemy in sight.
Gets hit again. Not losing as much this time. And there is... That's going to clear it. So Zero Sensei is going to win match number 1. It was a close call for him, especially as he was losing the match in the very first half. But still, it's all about how you finish. So it's 3-5 to be the end of match number 1.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice comeback coming from Sensei. I mean, we did have match 77 taking a beautiful lead. And then, of course, man, come Sensei, just schooling him right back into submission and taking the dub. Beautiful execution.
Yeah, I thought both players did pretty well there. The only thing I would say for match 77 is that when he was starting to lose that fight, he may have needed to kind of switch up positions a little bit more, because Sensei had a good understanding of where he was going to be after a few minutes went by. Match 77 loving the crane area, loving that side of the map where you just have that one tunnel going back and forth, which is very much known to be the greatest spot. But if you continue to stay in one position, it's easy to figure out where you're going to be, throw some throwables, stun could hit as well. So I think Sensei just was able to do that a little bit better. That movement was just a little bit better. That's what got him back into the game. I think for this one, we're just going to hop right into match number 2. We got snipers this round. I'll show you guys the map right when they are starting it up. Sniper round with Kill House. We've already seen Kill House a few times. And to me, as I've mentioned in the past, snipers just kind of gives you a sense of a totally different game. It is such a small map here that you don't often want to use the sniper. But if you're able to handle it and you're able to move so quickly, reloading with your strafes and all that, then you can be deadly.
Yeah, it all comes down to timing those shots, and that's what makes the sniper round so difficult. Is it relies heavily on the timing of those shots coming through and whether or not you've got the angle. And looking at what we have off in the distance there, it could be quite risky as Sensei already taps a few hits off. Match 77 now utilizing that hard cover, but of course Sensei is waiting for him to start moving up. He is trying relentlessly to break down the wall. Unfortunately, that's not how it works, and he'll have to wait for clear line of sight.
Yeah, he was really hoping for a wall bang right there. None of them made contact. Goes for another shot through the wall. He knows exactly where match 77 is. He saw him go in that direction in the beginning. He hasn't seen him pop out yet, and gets that kill.
Contact
Yeah, that was a nice tickle coming in there from Sensei, of course. Now, match 77 actually gets caught by his own.
Wow.
And then up comes Sensei. Down he goes.
That was a hell of a shot with a headshot right when he started to peek up the top. He was ready for it. So a lot of these shots, Sensei's just utilizing his senses, knowing where match 77 might go, and really relying on that information. So if he sees that he's going in a certain direction, he will start to make predictions and line up his shot accordingly. There he is again. He saw him for a brief moment there. He's going to be in the same spot because he knows where he is. Peeks out, just misses.
Sniper!
Yeah, but this is great to watch Sensei just going to work. I mean, it seems like he knows, like you said, you know, where to expect match 77, steps up, finds the hits. I mean, Sensei, he's kind of left the whole wax on, wax off part at home. This is more like beating on, beating off.
That's an interesting way to put it right there, but I love it. We do have Sensei now ahead by 3. Match 77 still looking for his first kill here.
Get down! Sniper!
A lot of movement from Sensei as he's pushing forward. Match 77 liking his corner of the room. But god damn, does he make it look good. Sensei gets another kill. 4-0 now.
Yeah, we see some pretty crazy gameplay coming in here from Sensei. I mean, match 77 now just trying to quick tap it all the way through, but Sensei is just like, you know what? Let me show you once again. And already we see that 5-point lead coming in from Sensei, and at long last another hit. Oh, I for a moment thought it was match 77 getting the hit there, but of course no. Wow.
Still,
I mean, match 77 can't even say that, you know, there's lag. He's just getting whooped into submission here.
It is pretty lopsided right now. With 1 minute and 50 seconds left, he has a lot of work to do. Gets a great shot, and that's his first kill here on this match. Can he continue it up now with some more? Sensei right there, missing him. Pretty clear shot. We're not used to seeing him missing too many. And match 77 takes advantage.
Well, match is definitely stepping up to the party here, looking to potentially try and close that gap, but it is going to be a 4-point difference now as match picks up yet another point.
Be incredible if he can come back from this one. He needs to rush a little bit more than this, though. You need 4 kills in around a minute. He needs to... I know it's a risky play. He needs to go to the other side, though. There he is. He sees the top of his head. Oh, what a hell of a turn mid... While he was scoped in, he had to travel that one far to make that one work. Unfortunately, that lead goes back to 4. And I think that one was the dagger. I think that is going to be the kill that will end this for sure. As we're right around 30 seconds. Scope. Oh, and he gets shot. Kind of see a little desync there, but that is the way it goes. And there's a throwable. I think match 77 knows it. He's just standing here now. He's waiting for that timer. I don't think he knows exactly the situation he's in. And there it is, 4-10. 10 seconds left. Up by 6. Sensei will be moving on. Congratulations to him. There was some very amazing gun work here from both sides. Even match 77 with that little bit of a comeback. to get to that 4 kill count was extremely cool to watch. Unfortunately, Sensei just had some really great shots in the beginning, which was continuing throughout the game, especially at the end as well. So,
yeah, I mean, that was a pretty tough one. Once Sensei got that lead established, it was just all downhill from there for match 77. I mean, he did put in quite a good effort trying to make a bit of a comeback there. We did see him, of course, rake in those 4 points, but man, Sensei, yeah, he was just too good. That was it. That he just absolutely demolished him.
yeah, sometimes you just got to break it down to saying he just played better. Sensei, amazing work. Let's go talk to them. As that was the final match 77 in Sensei. Very impressive gameplay on that last one with the sniper. Match 77, you had some issues in the beginning, but you started to claw your way back. Tell people in the audience what you had to do in order to get the kills back into the game. And obviously it wasn't enough though, but still, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. At the beginning of the game, I think my positioning was not good because it took time for me to sight him. Like it was very hard for me to get where he was. So that was just my bad. My positioning wasn't good. But then later on, I started gaining momentum. But then it was already late already.
Yeah, I think you had some really good points of momentum building, and you capitalized on that as well, which is not an easy thing to do against Sensei. So again, great work from you, and way to get this far into the event. We hope to see more of you.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sensei.
Sensei, GG as well to you. Congratulations. You will certainly be moving on. How does it feel now that you're going to be playing at an even higher level?
It feels good, but the job is still not done.
Yeah.
Now the mission is to get into grand finals. That's not bad.
That is the move, and I think you will be able to. I think most people would assume you will do it, but obviously you can't assume it as you, the player. You got to put all the work and effort into it. Against your opponent here, I think you had a lot of great time. I think your main thing that you were doing much better was your movement. Tell us a little bit about the movement part and why that was so effective.
Like I said, the last time you streamed my game, I said it depends on the player how I play. Like, as you could see in the AR, I was trying to be aggressive, and I saw I was playing against somebody that is really passive or campish, whatever. So that's why I had to adjust to get that one out of the way, and that's why the kill gap wasn't, that was just more about camping skills, not gun skills or whatever. And as for the snipers, I knew I had that in the bag. So yeah, I just tried to get as much kills early as possible, capitalized on it, and after I started getting momentum, I knew it was already done. That's too late.
Yeah, there was a point where your opponent was coming back. Were you at all a little worried about that, or did you still feel like it was in the area of workability, and obviously you still won it? So how did that work out for you as far as your gameplay?
I didn't think I was going to win that. After my 7 or 6 streak, I knew I wasn't going to win that in the slightest. So I just kept on going. That's what I wasn't too. But that, if you noticed, the times I was dying were just that was just me making dumb decisions, pushing when I'm not meant to push. But it's whatever. But after the big lead, I knew I had that in the bag. I wasn't like, that's it.
Yeah, I think you pretty much, when you had that huge streak, right, you had like 7 ahead of him, I think you could afford to take some errors, as you mentioned, and you can play around with it a little bit more. And it did show. I mean, he definitely capitalized on when you started to make some mistakes, but you didn't let that last for too long. You started to get kills again and wound up obviously winning. Again, congratulations, Sensei. Fantastic work. I really do want to see more of you playing because you're always fun to watch. So we really appreciate that you joined this event, and we'll see more of you for sure.
Thank you. I'll try my best.
And yeah, keep it up. All right, that is it. DK, what do you think of all these matches?
Man, it was pretty entertaining to watch. You know, we did have a little bit of we went all over the place, really. We had a little bit of lag coming in. We had some absolutely insane plays coming in this last match. And, you know, a really, really good day, I got to say. I'm quite excited to see what the next day will hold as we are getting ever closer to the next round, the next phase. And, you know, one step closer to move up in towards, you know, those grand finals.
Yeah, speaking of next phase, tomorrow we will have more matches, so I hope you guys come to watch us there. Tomorrow we'll have, I think we'll have the same amount as far as streaming it, 3, but we'll be down now to the top 8 players entirely in the again tomorrow. So that'll be the last day of qualifiers, and when that is all over. And the next week the next Wednesday on November 10th, as you can see on your screen, we will have our grand finals. All right, so there you go. Here's a better schedule for people to see in case you're wondering. I have a better view. So we have the 3rd coming up, and that'll be at 8 p.m. Watt time to start, and then we'll have the week after our grand finals. Here's kind of the breakdown with quote unquote bracket. All right, so again, we had Sensei win it there in that last game. We did see Xerox Beast and Kip Slim fighting off against each other. Kip wound up winning his fight. And we also saw Peller and Virus in these games, as Virus was able to take it home. So for sure, we do know that Virus will be moving on. We know that Sensei will be moving on. And we know that Kip Slim will be moving on. There's a lot of other games that we were not able to see today, and we'll be able to get a better sense of what it will look like tomorrow as we update.
Yeah. And of course, speaking about tomorrow, I believe we have a special guest potentially coming in tomorrow.
Yes, we may have a special guest, but that is still in question. We hope to have him, and we'll let you guys know all about him if he comes. I guess that's the way we're gonna do it. If you guys again have any questions whatsoever, there is a link in the description with all of it. 88 Gamers Club has been hosting a lot of different events when it comes to Call of Duty Mobile. So if you're interested at all to competing in the future, that is the place to go. Go to that site. Thank you for everyone watching. We appreciate it. DK and ourselves really appreciate you guys all being here supporting your favorite players. If you need anything from us, let us know. We are definitely open to being able to help as well. And we will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Later. Take care. And good night. The void from the bottom. No, he can't do it. That 2 is 5 in a row now.